He's not sure what he's up to. Just woke up from a nap. So that would take most of the. That's yeah, secondary for right now. We're gonna pick up some more contracts here in a bit. I know this has turned into contract simulator. Oh, we needed to pay the bill. Yeah. So, since we don't own any ground, the bank is not willing to loan us any more money. All we've got is a lease on the truck, and I think we own the trailer. So there's that. And they recognize that we don't own any ground. So if we were to default on a payment or two, they couldn't take anything from us because we don't have anything. He's complaining to you that you made me wake him up.
Honey, you go back on me. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna take to the dirt road here for this. But I want to flip around. Just pointed back toward the main road on this area.
Sorry. Hey, I only know part of the song anyway.
Beside the point.
Not singing. It's copyrighted for.
Beside the point. And we'll clean that up in a minute. I'm not expecting an amazing yield out of this either. Probably won't even fill up, 50% of the hopper. Not even close. Why you cut your corner that wide? I'll never know, but there it is. Fix that. Crazy thing. Alright. Well, that kind of made that corner okay. We might get a better yield than they thought off of this field. We're at 23%. 25% almost. On, yeah, 25% on the combine hopper on nothing but the headlands. Well, one headland anyway. But to be fair, that's also the biggest of the headlands out of the two that it has you do. something to note for newer players, in case there are any watching. If you look to my left, you'll see that I deactivated the line, and that line has pretty well disappeared. It goes gray when you finish a line, so that you're not going back over ground you've already covered. You're doing something like the fertilized contracts, where you can't see where the line is, then, you know, it makes it a little easier not to cover the same ground with the material, and that saves you a bit on the fuel and the material itself, be it fertilizer, lime, or whatever else have you. %36%. And all that's left is a couple of center lines on this field. And one of them's going to be a partial line anyway, look it. So my estimate of 50% might be spot on, might actually be high. Looks like we'll cross the 6,000 marker though. That's promising. Not quite 7, so we could have left the extension off on that trailer over there, and nobody would have said boo. No, nobody's here to say boo anyway. I mean, County Commissioner Jim. Actually, we're going to fill up quite a bit of the trailer. Oh, interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, yep. About 79% full on the trailer. That's not too bad. And all we have to do is deliver the contracts. I didn't see any other harvesting contracts, so nothing else on that score for us to do with this. We'll park this a little nicer right here. Given that we don't need the combine any longer, we'll get this down there, and then we'll get that turned in and this turned in and collect the money. I think we're going to call it a day on the stream after that. I've got several people that are hitting me up for parties to play other games and things like that. Not stuff I'm going to stream necessarily. So, hope you enjoyed. Remember, like and subscribe, comment, share, notification dance, all that kind of good stuff on YouTube. Follow and chat. Definitely use the chatters. Subscribe on Twitch. Check out my Patreon. I do have that link for her books, as well as a throne wish list, and I'm working on what to put on the wish list. do have a couple things on there. It's simple stuff like a gift card for the Xbox. I'm not putting anything super fancy on there. You know, for the most part, it's going to stay necessities on the wish list. And it's all crowdfund. So if you feel like putting more in, you can. If you don't, then don't. Simple as that. But we'll get this delivered. Maybe put the truck away at the house we've been offered to borrow. I don't have any way to pay the county unless I put it in multiplayer and get crazy with that. But there's nothing much going with that. The Patreon has the link on Twitch, but in case you're on YouTube, it is just Darth Caesar 00 on Patreon as well. I believe I have to double check the link on Twitch in order to make sure of that. But yeah, we're up 12 grand and we haven't even delivered these contracts. So plus we own the trailer and we got a lease on a pickup. Nothing else in our pockets, but those two. But that's okay. We'll pick up some ground one day. Then we can start harvesting our own stuff. Or we might do what Ben has done for years. He's been at it for more than 2 decades, according to his storyline. He just helped out Walter for the longest time, probably along with other farmers. It was the only way to make money was to work for more than one farmer, I'm sure. But that'll get this contract completed. I don't have any use for the wheat. I don't own the grain mill or anything like that, so we'll say yes please to the extra $500 there. Park this thing off to one side without jackknifing it, hopefully. Now we own 2 trailers, actually. I think. Don't we? See, the truck is leased. The trailer we own. The Lizard Utility trailer we don't own. That's leased. Okay. The goal here is to return that truck and trailer and be able to purchase them before the end of the day here. But not on this stream necessarily. Let's get their Mercedes taken care of, and then Katie can have her tractor back. And that's that finished with almost $1,500 extra in the hopper. That was pretty good. Katie already agreed she'd come and get her equipment from where it is. I know, I'm kind of leaving it out all over the place on her. Barely touched the gas tank on that thing, which is pretty good considering what we've used it for. Back in our pickup truck. We're going to get a hold of her, get a hold of Walter as well, pick up our money from them. Bank transfers, gotta love them. Alright, and we're up to $19,402. You know what? We're not doing too bad. What was the price on that little trailer of ours? That thing was $8,500. We could buy one and return the other one. No big deal. The used market still doesn't have anything I want right now. I don't have a need for a forklift or any of those things. Not for the price they've got that at half off even.